Well, she. Hi, Zeos Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish, and we're here with the Advars. Advar. Admiral Advar. It is not a trap. These are the new Meze, or recent Meze. I think I saw some October reviews. $700, so not cheap. And if you remember the Pentas, the Ray Pentas, I did not like those. And I really like these. And in fact, I started, as soon as I opened up Nine Inch Nails' A Warm Place from the Downward Spiral. Listened to that song a million times. Do you know there's talking at the beginning of it? I played it back like 4 times. If you don't know Nine Inch Nails, you're just going to have to trust me on this. A Warm Place is just basically just soundscape. And it starts real quiet and it goes out. And I've never heard there's like a conversation happening and I can't quite make it out. Left channel only. Wait. I can actually feel like the open mic sound, whatever the hell they're doing with the mix of that. So yeah, that's when you start doing the review. We should probably go over what's in it. I'm a little bit burnt because I did the 24-hour stream 2 5-hour sleeps ago. So I haven't had a full normal night's sleep yet. And it's like, I don't know, 11 sometime at night. Threw some amps up on the desk because it was just completely cleared off. Picked the wallpaper. Something small and annoying. These are not perfect IEMs. Nothing is a perfect IEM till Rinko comes out. But Meze sent me these. They're $700. They're a single 10.2 millimeter dynamic, not a 10 millimeter dynamic. Pfft, that's garbage. You got to add that fucking fifth more of a millimeter, which is probably an indistinguishable amount of size. Like, what the hell is a fifth of a millimeter? Throw it in here. The problem is if I take them out of my ears, they're not going to be in my ears perfectly. They're in my ears perfectly. What has prevented me from starting this review 45 minutes ago was I couldn't get them in my fucking ears perfectly. I used them on the stock tips. It comes with a bunch of tips. Here they are. They're all final tips. It comes with a little final booklet that says final tips. Comes with an earwax cleaner with a very, very long pokey thing. Ew. You get the nice Meze case. Separated spot up here. Spot here. It's beautiful. It actually looks like it's worth, like, for a $700 IEM. You also get a little satchel for your extra wire. I think this is how it's going down because the website still has it up as $6.99. Choose your upgrade cable gift, which means they're going to give you the 3.5 and then gift you either a 4.4 or 2.5. So here's the stock 3.5. The wire's nice. It's not thick. It feels high quality. Obviously, it's got Meze connectors on it. It's a little thin, and it terminates in MMCX, which has just turned half of you off because MMCX is like, why? Why are we still using MMCX? Some companies are just fucking married to it. So 3.5 wire, 4.4 wire is what I've got on it now. Got the bag, the stock tips. I couldn't. All right. What do you want to talk about first? The comfort, the sound quality, or the fact that the comfort prevents you from sound quality? I'll take them out of my fucking ears. Here we go. Look at them. They are spectacular looking. They've got like that little inverted, like it looks like a drain. Oh, my tip fell off. Literally my tip. These are coming with the Rinko IEMs. These are the render ear tips. And I picked that name because I liked summertime rendering, and I'm like, that's a good one. I'm wearing them backwards. There's a problem with these IEMs. We'll get this out of the way first. They hurt my ears with every tip, except when I put the Rinko tips, which are the render tips, backwards. Because look how close this is. This huge MMCX connector. And where the tip lines up is like real close. So when you get this is for the right ear. So that means it goes like this. Look at the angle. Like if that goes up and in, this is like this whole thing is in my ear, and there's stuff in there like flesh. So it's like pinching. And I tried the deconing tips. I got the deconing tips to fit once. Then I was swapping through tips and I couldn't get them to fit again. Like I was pulling them off further and further, try to get it to be sticking out more and more. Didn't work. I'd probably have to put those backwards too. I tried the X-Elastics. The X-Elastics worked. These are the silicones that are really tacky. I'll link to those. Zeos, link to the X-Elastics in the description, although you should do that every video. No fucking around. You'll find out. X-Elastic worked, but I really wanted, because this is a dynamic, I wanted a little bit of a warm bass. This is a Meze fucking IEM. I wanted to have the Meze sound. So did the render tips the right way, and they slid right out. Like, it's just so, these are slippery. They're kind of slippery with the foam, so they're supposed to slide in and then expand. But the angle and the fucking geometry is all wrong. So putting them in backwards actually helps a great deal. Like, they work amazingly. I want to point out one other thing that comes with this is the most extra fucking, it's to remove the MMCX cable. And this is solid metal in the middle with a keychain ring, because obviously you would carry this around on your keychain. And it's meant to just come over here and you bite it like this. Hold on, wait. And it like cigar chops off the MMCX. Because MMCX, a lot of people say they fail. One of the reasons they fail is because people unplug them and it's like, and you bend them sideways and you pull them out. So with this, you just go like Briss. But why is it a heavy Meze branded? I get it. It's a wonderful little keychain thing. You could have a Meze keychain is what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know anyone's going to carry that shit around because it's legitimately heavy. So they look beautiful. Got the small printing made in Romagna. Romagna. And then it says made in Bielmar. I can't read. It's real small. Indicator red here, a red tip on the thing. I have my tips that happen to be red. Okay, so let's assume we worked out the comfort. Okay, we worked out the comfort by putting on the render tips backwards. Or if maybe they'll fit perfectly in yours. I was getting a lot of Starship, the real airship, those really tiny dynamics that I really liked the way they sounded, but they didn't fit in my ears. I was getting that with this. Now that I've got this hackneyed system where I can actually do that and shove them in my ears and they make a good seal. The problem was they weren't making a good seal without like painfully pinching between the wire and the thing. So now I put them on and they sound fine. They feel fine. We've got 3 amplifiers in the desk, and people are always like, Zeos, you got to test with like portable things. I actually started the listening process with the Shanling Up 4 for pooping, silly, which actually is a 2.5 millimeter, and I stole the OH7's adapter. So I started with that, and I wasn't super impressed. I think it's probably because I was using the stock silicone tips. I set up some amps on desk. I own X1S GT, the Arkle 3 Pro, and the WAS 7 Fireflies, because it's a dynamic and tubes should work. And let me tell you, tubes do work. I'm unplug this. I guess here we have a bit of an output impedance thing with the OWN. I still hear people talking, so. All right, now on to sound quality. And I'm sorry this video is extra long. It's just my brain doesn't have the timer to say, make a 12-minute video, Zeos. I don't even know what day it is. So one of the problems with having a Shelly Arkle 3 Pro is that it has tone controls for bass and treble. And you're like, but the treble's a little high, so I kind of want to just go click tone down. There it is. So the treble's a little high. For like, if I was going to do extended listening, like my Meze stuff, the elites or the lyrics are all beautifully tone perfect. They're just like, they're relaxed and soft. And these got 2 weeks on the burning rig, at least 2 weeks on the burning rig. And I find them, especially with the foam, it's probably lesser with the stock tips or the X-Elastics. At least with the foam, there's just a little, just the smallest amount of extra detail retrieval, but that's why I'm hearing stuff happening in the songs I wouldn't normally. I'm going to shut off the tone controls. I'm going to play it again. Different song. I'm going to... One of the things I have to point out also is that these are a 10 millimeter or 10.2 millimeter dynamic. That should mean they're butt easy to power. I don't know what that means, but butt easy. Just like, and everything's too loud. But I started them off on the Black Ice F11, which is not a lightweight amplifier. And I realized I'm taking this to like 11 o'clock. Like that's, I thought it was going to go but it went like up. And then I did the AUN and it goes like up to 11 o'clock. And on the Geshelli Arcal 3 Pro, which is still playing, I can go to 1 o'clock on low gain. Like, this amp usually blows things up at 1 o'clock on low gain. So, this is an inefficient dynamic IEM, which makes no fucking sense. I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but it is. I guess I should start sound quality now. So, besides there being the slightest little bit of this, the treble can I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because you know what? Everything else sounds like a $700 IEM. The low end, the presence. I always try to think of a word when I'm doing an IEM review. Like I could just get one word. Once I figure out that word, I could talk for 15 minutes about that word in different connotations. And presence is probably the one I'd go with this. Because you put things on. Like I've had the Doors playing before. And I was there in the studio with the Doors. And everything was laid out. It's kind of like a studio monitor. It's giving you that sort of like effect of like, I am here. It isn't trying to be an IEM. It's trying to be a studio monitor. But Meze. This is going to hit some shit right now. We're about to get some epic score. Subsonic air. Boring. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Hold on. Even the pre-master sounds like shit. Imagine well-recorded Red Hot Chili Peppers. The world would end. There was a wonderful cover band that I saw at a hotel while I was at a LAN party called the Rad Hot Chili Peppers. They were somewhere in Pennsylvania, so if you can hire the Rad Hot Chili Peppers, do so, put them in the recording studio, claim they're the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and put on a well-recorded album, please. You know, we've got the things that it carries over from the Meze line is it's creamy, it's smooth, it's got good sound stage, it's big, it's luscious. The treble is the only thing that's just the tiniest little fucking sliver higher than I would prefer. I guarantee you most of you will not even be like concerned about it. Again, it could be the 24-hour hangover. Yeah, like chromatics mask, just like now that I got the tips on it right, now that the tips are sealing, now that it isn't painful, these are a tremendous IEM. I love a single dynamic. I love it. I'm trying to work on a new, what's it called? Collab with a company that you might all know about. Won't talk about it yet because it ain't finalized. But they were like, which one do you want to do? And I'm like, this one. This dynamic. Just this dynamic. Give it to me. Let's do it. And if I can get it to sound anywhere near how this sounds, I will call that a fucking success. So how's that? I wish it was Meze. God, imagine a Meze collab. The Elite Z. Oh, yeah. I'm listening to Space Dandy, Hawaiian Ghost. Just ukuleles, and they're just echoing out. Perfect space. Not bothering me with the treble. It's just... This is 500 times better than their last, the Ray Penta. I just wish it fit better by default. Didn't have MMCX. And you know what? I don't even care that it's hard to drive because You're just going to take your portable stuff a little bit higher, 25, 30% higher than normal. But that might be where the magic's coming from. Like you're like squeezing the sound through a fine mesh filter. And it's just taking all the clumps out of it. That's the best way I can describe these. It is filtered sound, but the same way like filtering coffee is good. You don't want grounds of coffee. No motherfucker out there's like, I want pure coffee. Just put the grounds in and I'll drink it too. No one wants that. If you want that, you're bad. And with audio, you want to just filter out those chunks. You want to get it smooth and rich. And all the flavor can be there. You just don't get it stuck in your teeth. That's what these are doing to sound. See right here, in deep last night, a DJ saved my life. 8AG. Sounds amazing, but there's like a that's just like, you know what? Now it sounds dull. DJ saved my life. I'll promise not to sing. If you join the Patreon, I promise not to sing. How about that? Or join the Patreon, you could ask me to sing, and I'll sing every episode. You gotta get out. Yeah, these are one of the better, like, we are competing. Oh, I lost it. What a ghetto way to do it. Like, doing this, putting it on backwards is ghetto. But it worked for me. If you have tips you enjoy, if your ears don't have this problem, the fitting, because like, look, can I steal back a Z12? Like, look how far, I can fit an entire finger between where the tip is and where the wire would come out. And over here, I cannot. It is fucking tight. So it's just a physical shape thing. But once you get it fitting and playing and amped properly, these things are pretty fucking spectacular. I'd put them at least, they're in line with all the other $700 IEMs, no matter what design they are. Multiple electrostats or BAs. These are great. These got a full fucking recommendation. Well, they got a full recommendation with the caveat that they might not fit your ears. Be forewarned. But I got them to fit, and I got them to not hurty. And you get the wallpaper out of it. So yeah, I'm going to end this, I don't know how many, 18 minutes? I'm going to say 18 minutes. I like to keep these videos under 13 minutes, but I'm too broken. I'm going to make more tomorrow. We'll see how that turns out. So yeah, WA7 Fireflies, by the way, I didn't touch on that. Because it is a dynamic, you get that little bit of added, almost excitement from the tubes. Not like a dulling, like especially the WA7 Firefly is not a dull, soft. It is a more active and vibrant. They're very vibrant on this. Just the tone controls off on this. So yeah, thank you. Big Leaf mouse pad in the description. Patreon subscribe to support this channel. Get the wallpaper in the wallpaper horde. Thank you to Meze for sending this out. Click the link to get these. Yes. I'm gonna go to sleep now.